Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon.
Hey guys, Vanity Ezel back on Carfight Vanguard as on the Vanity Week with the video. So because George replied, come subscribe and sorry. So today we have the first official reveals from DBTO1, the DZ series reveals, which is nice. Getting our first little line of booster set support. Pretty much so far, all we've seen is, I'm gonna say, legacy cards, aka stuff from before Z is getting support. Like, we have a really good Alden card, and for some reason, the first two cards I choose to reveal from the set were two Greedon support cards, but that's not me hating. Let's go ahead and start and see what we got. First today, we have Desire Double Gold Show. Okay, listen, he may have a moon in the background, but that doesn't mean I think he's a good card. Great on boost, 5k shield, AK base, auto when it's put into your soul from your rear guard circle. If you have a great 3 or greater Vanguard on its card name, energy blast, shoot it out into your hand, and then continues guard circle. If you have a Vanguard that's great 3 or greater with greed on its card name, and your damage zone has 4 more cards in it, this card gets plus 5k shield. So cool. It's a 10k shield card. It works on either of the two Greedons, and technically speaking, it works in Premium with Strides as well, which is good. I just feel like the shield value isn't that great. Like, if you ask me between this and this, which one I think is better, it's 100% going to be this. Maybe because it actually adds offense, this one adds defense, and the way I see Greedon is screw defense, beat the hell out of them with double, triple Vanguard attacks, big numbers, big crits, pray to God that they don't get back up. So, I'm not hating on Gosho. It's a good card for defensive value. It's like a 2 over 3 of, but it's like the same way I see the bird from last set, or like the last time Greedon got support with Mask, where it's good, it has the benefits to it, but like all in all, I'm probably gonna not run it just because I want the attack forte. But Gosho's still a good card, so 2 over 3 of. Then we have Desire Devil Alacray, create units of 5k shield, 10k base. Auto when placed on rearguard circle during your main phase by energy blasting 3. Choose a unit card with Desire Devil in its card name and has a different card name from this unit from your soul and call it to rearguard circle. So pretty much anything from your soul is accessible, and that's pretty cool because that means without having to pay counterblast or other soul blast, you give it. It's basically Muka but better in some ways because again, Muka costs something and is restricted to Avarice Demonic Dragon Greedon. This one's restricted to neither, and frankly, you could just play this in any deck that didn't have Greedon as the main grade 3 because it just says call Desire Devil from your soul. So you can use this in Barrow Magnus to fetch out Gomon and then create loops with the guard problems, but we'll get to those later. And then the other goes auto from a rear guard circle, the part that is restricted to Greedon. When your grade 3 or greater Vanguard Greedon's card name attacks until end of turn, gets 5,000 power. And then if you have 4 or more cards you damage on, this unit will get plus 5,000 power. So guaranteed, no matter what your Vanguard, if it's a Greedon, will get the free 5k, which is great. And then if you had the 4 more damage, this thing becomes a 15k. All around pretty solid. I'm really glad that they chose to lock the 5k for Greedon behind just simply attacking instead of this being the part that gives Greedon the 5k, though I feel like this is kind of annoying for the rear guard to get the 5k, but I'm not going to complain. Very solid. And again, the fact that this ability is not restricted to being on Greedon, which means again, you can play this in Barrow, fetch out Gomon, and then you can just guard restrict your opponent to hell. But Alacray is all around a very solid grade 2. I love it, and this is definitely a 4 of in Greedon. Then we have Steam Gunner Discarl, grade 2 stuff, 5k shield, 10k base. I love looking at her art. I don't know if it's because of it's also because of the color of her artwork, but also like the CB, the EB, like specifically on the card, seeing the colors pop off, especially with her outfit and like the background. I don't know why I love looking at this card. It is so aesthetically appealing to me in both terms of artwork and skill, and I don't know why. Anyways, also maybe possibly because of the counterblast and the EB actually line up with each other. Anyways, auto when discarded or put. Sorry, I read the other part first. When this unit is put on guard circle from the hand or discarded from your hand when you drive from the ride deck, counterblast 1 or EB3 to draw a card. So we're getting more of the ride deck fighters. I feel like that's how Bushy just chooses to deal with stuff nowadays. Like, the reason why they're putting in so many cycle cards is because they have ideas for other cards, but they're afraid that they're too broken, or they just can't think of anything else. So what they're doing instead is they're just giving us a bunch of cycle cards instead of, giving us new ride lines or new actual main grade 3s that don't have to, they're just budget cards, such as the Musashi armor, or, the promo grade 3s, and then just making them actual parts of booster set. Bushy having all these cycle cards, I feel like we can just skip a set of cycle cards and shove in any new grade 3 or just any new ride line and place them, but no, screw me. Anyways, CB1 or EB3 to draw a card is pretty solid, especially for the decks that don't use EB at all, basically the old index. And then auto, when placed on rear guard circle, if you persona road this turn by counter bossing 1 and energy bossing 3, you may solo charge 1, and until end of your turn, it gets a boost and 5,000 power all around. Pretty solid. All around, I think the general consensus that we're getting is that all of them are gonna have this skill, and then they're all gonna have a variation of this effect, where the costs are probably gonna be the same, and like the requirement for the persona ride, but this effect will be the one that differs all around though. Free soul charge that isn't mandatory and boost in 5k is all around pretty solid. So 4 of this grade 2, and honestly, I just love her. I don't know why I like her so much. It's just that she's so aesthetically appealing to me. Anyways, then we have this really good card for Alden, which I questioned when I saw it. Like, I legitimately had to double check that this wasn't a promo, because I refuse to believe that the first few cards from DZ, except for this, so the first 4, out of the first 4 cards, only one of them doesn't belong to an original deck, and even then it's generic, so technically it could belong to an original deck. All are this good, especially because they all happen to be high rarity cards. Anyways, Knight of Heavenly Law per sale, grade 1 boost 5k shield, AK base. Honestly, an amazing art, and for some reason, we all know how Alden was a main grade 3, or like basically a guaranteed card in every Bastion deck. This feels like a guaranteed card in every Alden deck, to the point where if like they're ever going to make another random grade 3, it's probably going to be Purcell, just because look at him, he feels like he fits the bill. It's like the new Alden for Alden. Anyways, Alden center backward rear guard circle at the end of battle of this unit boosted. If your opponent's vanguards are grade 3 or greater, CB1, send it to soul. For each of your rear guards placed during that battle by the ability of your vanguard with Alden in its card name, choose one of your rested rear guards, stand them, and if you chose to, draw a card. So the arbitrary Alden to Alden play I kept trying to consistently do, just to get 5 attacks, I no longer have to do, instead of, just doing Karibe because it was cheaper, I no longer have to do, because this thing just technically stands the board with Alden, and it replaces the cost. The only downside is you lose 2 CB that turn, one from Alden's first skill, the one that draws you 2 cards, and then the one from this skill, but it also makes Alden's call skill free. So 4 of per sale, really good. Board restand, you're crazy not to run this out of 4. It's just an amazing grade 1, and there's no reason for it. And we have special mountain baking, fire, dragon's breath, wind. I cannot describe to you what I'm witnessing. All of these units feel so familiar, and yet all of them feel like I've never seen them before, and I don't know why. This looks like Goku now, in my opinion. Not Goku from Dragon Ball Z, Goku the Dragon Monk. I don't know where I know his face from. I know it from somewhere, though. Anyways, grade 2 normal order plate by energy bossing 2. Look at the top 5 cards. Sorry, not look at the top 5 cards. Look at the cards on the top of your deck equal to the number of your opponent's open rearguard circles. Choose a unit card with a grade less than or equal to your vanguard from among them. Call it to rearguard circle and shuffle your deck. And if your opponent's rearguards are retired by your card's ability this turn, that card you gives 5,000 power for the turn. So Eugene. They literally took Eugene's top 5 skill, made it better, and instead of putting it on an involved Eugene, they put it in an order. Why? Why? They gave us the evolved Hexa. What's it called? They teased us with Hexa's evolution, and they didn't give us Eugene, and instead they just make his skill better, but then they just put it on an order instead of actually giving us a new Eugene. I don't know if I should be disappointed, mad, or if I... Why, Bushy? Why? Come on, stop giving us cycle cards, give us more grade 3s or more ride lines, or stop screwing over Eugene. Either pick one.
And let's finish up with our last few reviews for the day. First up, we have the new grade 1s for Royal Paladin, and I want to say this was Murakumo, Knight of Alliance Guwiz, and Stealth Fiend Karakohime. So they're the new G card grade 1s, where they're counted as a heal trigger and were discarded for the cost of calling a G guard. When they're put on guard circle from hand, they remove a heal from hand or drop zone to activate one of the following effects. So for Guildwiz, it's choose a 2 grade 2 rear guards until end of the battle. They get auto and retire from guard circle, add them to your hand. And plus 10k shield. For this guy gets plus 10k shield. And then if you do not choose to, cost counterblast 1, choose one of your vanguards, it gives 5,000 power for the turn. All around pretty solid because it's choose up to 2. Wait, I think the grade 2s might get the shield. I mean, the way though, the fact that it's choose up to 2 and you can just give the vanguard a free 5k if you don't choose to is all around pretty solid, so cool for that. And then Stealth Fiend Kakarahime, Her remove the heal trigger ability is search your deck for to one card the same name as one of your units, call it to a guard circle, and then until end of battle it gets auto when this unit retire from guard circle, bot deck it, and it'll get plus 15k shield, and then shuffle your deck, and then if you chose a grade 2 or greater unit, by counterblasting 1, you get to choose a Vanguard and get plus 5,000 power for the turn. All around pretty solid. Okay, so all of them are going to have the heal guard skill, the bind a heal from or remove a heal from drop zone, and then they're all going to have some form of giving the Vanguard 5k. All around pretty solid. Gets defensive numbers, gets literally a free 15k shield. All around very solid like support. I think I like Kakurihime more, but both of them are still pretty solid. Yeah, that one's for probably Nubatama. Then we have our D reveals. We have our Sylvanhorn Beast and our Cycle card. First up, we have Sylvanhorn Beast Elkoin. So, grade 2 intercept, 5k shield, 10k base on this Fox Boy. Auto and placed on Rearguard Circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Magnolian's card, it doesn't matter if it's Calamity, Elder, Regular, or some new Magnolia that they end up printing at some point in time. Who knows? Soul Blast 1, ditch a hand card, start your deck or drop zone for up to 1 card with Magnolia and its different card name from your Vanguard, or up to 1 grade 0 normal order, reveal it, put it to hand, and shuffle your deck if you searched it. The thing I love about this is that you either can, because maybe you use Cherish and then you possibly hit Magnolia into Soul like I do sometimes, and then you Soul Blast it out with Lattice, and then this can search it back from drop zone. Or the fact is that this can basically search your entire deck for your grade 4, which you can then superior ride. You can search it for Calamity, which again superior ride. You can search for Persona ride, which is fair. Or actually no, it has to be a different card name, so you get one or the other pretty much. Or you just basically find fodder for Calamity, or you get the really fun one I like to play Wild Intelligence, which pretty much gets you a board. All around, Ikowen is a very solid grade 2, and I love his skill. Easy 4 for me. I will find a way to make him work. Then we have Sylvanhorn Beast Bana Spati, grade 2 instead 5k show, 10k base, auto and place on Rearguard Circle other than during your battle phase. Cost by counterblasting 1 and soul blasting 1. Choose one of your Vanguards with Sylvanhorn Beast in its card name. For every 2 grades of that unit, choose a grade 3 less unit card from your drop zone with a different card name from this and call it to Rearguard Circle. All around pretty solid because I think grade 3 counts as 1 set and then grade 4 would count as 2. I remember there was a similar card back in the day and it was like, or not back in the day, like if back at the start of D and it was something very similar except grade 3 did count as 2. I don't remember, but point is being able to get at least one rear card is pretty solid. The best part I love about this is well, hey, you don't have to be a grade 3 for this to proc out. I mean, you can use that right at grade 2, but the thing I really love about that ability is the fact it just gets you more rear guards. I mean, you can't get itself, but you know, early game rush, and it can also say Sylvanhorn Beast, meaning it doesn't have to be mag, which I mean they're not going to, but because I'm pretty sure this was meant for Lattice. But if they end up printing another main grade 3 with Sylvanhorn Beast in its card name, we have target. Anyways, auto rear guard when this unit attacks, choose one Vanguard with Sylvanhorn Beast in its card name. Again, probably meant for Lattice, but Hope is still alive. For every 2 grades of that unit, this unit gives 5,000 power. All around pretty solid because at most a 20k swing, and not to mention the fact again, rear guard gainer. So very solid grade 2. I do like this one more, maybe because of my bias towards Wild Intelligence, but both of them are still pretty solid, but I'm probably going to do 4-3. Then we have C Rumble Brave Shooter as our final card of the day. Grade 2, intercept, 5k shield, 10k base, the standard cycle ability of involving the ride deck. Auto and put on guard circle from your hand or discard from your hand for the ride deck. Counter blast 1 or energy blast 3 to draw a card. And then auto and place on rear guard circle if your persona with that turn. By counter blasting 1 or energy blasting 3, choose a grade 2 list normal unit from your with a different card name from this unit and without sentinel from your drop or an order card from your drop. Put it to your hand, choose a card from your hand, and discard it. So all around pretty solid. You get to call a wait, sorry, no, I'm blind. I'm missetting skills. You get to add something from your drop zone and then just discard something. Sadly, they had to like, I don't know why they couldn't either just call it to rear guard or like they had to just specifically make it loop the card to hand. I get why it can't play sentinels, but whatever. All around though, pretty solid grade 2. It's not the worst, but if you're asking me which one I think is better between this and the Dark States one, it's gonna be Dark States. Either way though, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. In the next video, we're gonna have something very fun because we have Wolster coming up. So I'll see you all then. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us, follow Twitch, and don't forget to stand up your Vanguards.